Hey guys, welcome to All Shoot Comics Off Topic. We're your host, Kirby Kid.
And Black Superman.
Also known as David Clark.
And Walter Bryant.
And today, finally, our full spoiler-inducing review of Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, okay, so we saw it.
Twice.
He saw it first.
I saw it twice.
I saw it once. I've waited my whole life for this movie.
You have.
I waited 3 days past what I should have had to see it for this movie. I'll tell you guys about that another time. After seeing the movie, I have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so obviously you at this point you've heard that it's been getting kind of not good reviews. And I think personally it's because they crammed in The Dark Knight Returns and The Death of Superman and stuff about, spoiler, Darkseid. There's a lot they crammed in here, plus they introduced Wonder Woman, they introduced The Flash, they introduced Cyborg and Aquaman in ways that didn't make sense, which I will explain later. Explain it now. Batman should have always known. He shouldn't have learned from Lex Luthor. That's some bullcrap.
You know what? That is actually like a third of my problem with this movie.
Also, in the beginning, Bruce Wayne is lifted by bats in a dream. That was lame.
That was lame.
Super lame.
But that I didn't have a problem with because it was a dream. But Batman, one, should not be manipulated by Lex Luthor.
Ever.
Ever.
And he should not have lost to Wonder Woman in terms of, like, stealthy
espionage,
spy stuff.
Yeah. Two, Lex Luthor. Okay, I have no problem with Lex Luthor knowing who Superman is, just not telling anybody, but manipulating Superman.
Right.
But Lex Luthor should not have been able to figure out who Batman was without Batman knowing that he did it.
Right. Because he's Batman.
And actually, Batman seemed to be completely shocked by the fact that Superman called him by his name. Superman has X-ray vision. And this is all like public knowledge. And so when he called him Bruce, he's like, "What?
Yeah.
You know my secret identity?" I was like,
how'd you know that?
Like,
I'm Batman.
while he did do some detective stuff, he was not the world's greatest detective in this movie. Not by a shot.
Yeah, he had everything.
He was the world's greatest fighter, though.
Okay. Outside of having everything handed to him, he was killing people. I mean, actually killing people in this movie. Now, they did basically just take what happened in Arkham City and bring it to the big screen, which was great. Mm-hmm. I mean, the whole, throwing things with the grapple, grappling people, throwing the battering, which I waited a long time to see that actually happen. The downside was, with the whole movie, the greatest parts of the movie you've already seen in trailers. If we're being 100% honest here.
Yeah.
There was maybe 3 or 4 surprises. I mean, Doomsday should have been kept a secret. And by the way they created Doomsday was dumb. Kryptonian DNA plus Lex Luthor DNA equals Superboy, not Doomsday. Doomsday's his own other thing.
It's true. And then the way Doomsday worked was kind of dumb, too. Now, I mean, granted, okay, you notice that, I don't know, I guess it was NASA or something, they're standing back, they're analyzing Doomsday, Doomsday gets hit by the nuclear bomb, and then they go, we can't hurt him with nukes anymore. We've analyzed him from over here with inferior equipment, and we have figured out that from this moment on, we can't hurt this monster anymore with something we've already hurt it with.
Well, here's the thing, though. NASA's a bunch of nerds. Nerds play video games. They know how boss battles go.
I stand corrected.
They're like, clearly, we can't hit it with that ever again. Now, one thing I had a problem with was the constant and total use of the solar flare. Or, sorry, super flare. That thing that's supposed to drain Kryptonian DNA for 24 hours?
Yeah, but he was nuclear powered now.
No, it's a complete draining of your powers.
Yeah, but he was nuclear powered now.
Kryptonians are always nuclear powered.
That's true. But Doomsday was nuclear powered plus.
Anyway, I mean, it was a weird feeling in the movie. There's all these weird dream sequences where Batman killed just so many people. I think it looks like they may be going the Injustice route.
Yeah, somewhat. And the thing about it is that when you look at some of the interviews Zack Snyder says where he's talking about those dream sequences, that dream sequence wasn't exactly a dream sequence.
Which one? The one with the guy? Now, okay, look. He confirmed that was the Flash, right?
Yeah.
The Flash now has to wear armor to travel through time.
Oh, and he also popped up at the wrong time.
Yeah.
He comes out and he's like, wait, I think I'm early. and then he starts talking to Bruce anyway.
Yeah, Grant Gustin would have showed up on time.
Yeah, he showed up on Supergirl.
He sure did. For no reason, though. He's just like, oh, I'm here and I have this thing. I'm not going to explain it.
And he was a little happy, wasn't he?
Well,
I mean, for what's going on in his life right now on his show,
right.
He was incredibly happy
I
on
think
Supergirl.
I think what it was is that they both were on Glee together. Like, oh, cool, we're back together. Like, they were just happy to be on the same show again. Like, I figured that's what it was because, I mean, well, that and they're like, wow, you're super, I'm super. Hey, you want to do tons of things?
And then also, hey, you're a better Flash than the other guy. And you look like you could be the Flash, too. That other guy's got a long black ponytail.
Come on, DC.
Take Zack Snyder off these movies.
Yes, I don't want him on League. League should be happy. Okay? Batman is dark. League should be happy. You got Wonder Woman just killing people because it's hilarious. You've got Green Lantern, hopefully not being Hal Jordan. You got Cyborg being like, oh my god, my body, but otherwise than that, I'm pretty cool. You got Aquaman being the comedic relief because he's terrible.
Aquaman is awesome.
You got Flash who
Aquaman
needs to be
awesome.
doing... No, he's not.
Aquaman is awesome.
He's not.
He is.
He's not.
He's the king of the 7 seas.
Yes, and he's great while he's within those seas as long as no one else enters those seas.
He is awesome outside of those seas.
Name one person on the League he can beat.
On the League?
Yeah, the founding team.
The founding team.
Yeah, the current founding team.
Hal Jordan.
He can't beat Hal Jordan.
He could beat Hal Jordan.
No, he couldn't.
He could beat Hal Jordan.
Energy orb, fly to space, release energy orb.
No. I did not say Green Lantern.
Oh,
I said Hal Jordan.
You beat Hal Jordan just by himself? Okay, so if you take his powers completely away, Aquaman is this much better than a regular human being. But don't forget, he has military training. He might still be...
No.
He might still be able to win.
Kyle Rayner, Jon Stewart, those are fights. Hal Jordan.
Okay, so Aquaman is better than a base human being.
Yeah. Except for Batman.
Okay, look, the point is, Aquaman is terrible, guys.
Aquaman is awesome.
Aquaman is not awesome.
He is.
We're going to do a whole video on how Aquaman is awful.
He's awesome.
He's not, though.
But anyway.
Point is, so Lex Luthor has had files and everybody, and he already gave them their logos, which I thought was cute. He's like, hey, look, I figure this is Lightning Bolt, and you have a double W going on here, and you have a... Oh, Cyborg got his powers from a mother box, which I'm sure everyone in the audience was like, what is this? What's this random box? It's like, come on, read a comic book.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny because, like, the whole mother box thing, you probably would have known what it was had they left that other scene in there.
Oh, there's a deleted scene. You can probably see it on Facebook. It's been shared around. When they come to arrest Lex Luthor, which I think they should have left it in there. Because it would have made it a lot...
It would have made things make sense.
Yeah. You see him communing or talking with one of the new gods. And then later on says, the bell has been rung. He's coming. Dark side.
Yeah, now see, of course, all of us comic book fans knew exactly what he was talking about.
Even without the deleted scene, when he said he's coming, I'm like, dark side.
Yeah, and then then they show the picture that he turned upside down with the demon coming from the sky. It's got to be dark side. There's nobody else that could be.
You got dark side and the mother box. Come on. I mean,
yes, but for all these other people sitting out there, they're like, Galaxar is coming. So
you never let that go, are you? She meant well, Walter. She meant well.
I'm just saying though, like and then how many? I guarantee you, League's coming in November of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
The first time they show Darkseid,
Thanos.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Why is Thanos in a DC movie?
Thanos is purple. Darkseid is gray.
Oh, and also Darkseid was first.
And can fly and shoot lasers that can make 90-degree angles. They are generically giant. But other than that, they're different.
Yeah.
They're way different.
So,
but most of the stuff that you guys saw it already in trailers. I mean, the story, it felt like it was jumbled. The death of Superman was... I mean, look, he was weakened by kryptonite and couldn't do anything. Then he decides to just pick up the spear and just go stab dude, which didn't make any sense. And then, after Doomsday dies, which, by the way, that's not how you kill Doomsday. You can't, because he's Doomsday. But after the whole thing, after Doomsday fell away and the spear fell away, shouldn't the hole in his chest have
Closed
healed?
up, yeah.
Because he was not hit with kryptonite. Once they moved the spear away, because he didn't die right away,
he should have healed.
He should have healed immediately.
Well, I mean, that was a problem for me. Like, just like the scratch on his cheek, where Batman did actually cut him with that kryptonite spear.
Right now, by the way, guys, the best part of this movie was when Batman won. And before you say anything, he knew that Clark was weak, and he wouldn't do what was necessary, which was part of the problem of Superman. You got someone who will either go super Hitler or will mess up to the point where everyone's gonna die anyway. He played him, and he stood over him, and it wasn't until Lois was like, no, generic plot reason for you not to kill him. Don't do it. He's like, all right, for the record, this is a win. Real quick,
Okay.
Also, their mothers had the same name. How have we not noticed that?
I don't know. Like, I have been a DC fan. I'm 42. I'm 41 years old. 42 if I'm Japanese. Anyway, but I'm 41 years old. I've been reading comic books and everything my entire life, and I always knew that they were Martha Kent and Martha Wayne. But it never occurred to me that they were Martha Kent and Martha Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. How does that work?
You saw your boy get beat, and you learned something. We all won.
Okay, now, Lex Luthor stole Superman's mom.
Bad idea.
And Lois Lane.
Bad idea.
Threw Lois Lane off of a building.
Worst idea.
Superman shows up, and then he says, I've got your mom, kill Batman. And then Superman goes to Batman, and instead of trying to fight him, tries to convince him to help him. Which is how Batman, as Batman starts kicking the crap out of him. Which is why Batman won. Because if Superman had actually gone over there with the notion of let me cut your head off, he'd have done it.
He would never have done it.
He'd have won.
And Batman knew he wouldn't.
And he stayed down.
Walter.
If I wanted you dead, you would be.
Walter, you're not brave. Men are brave. And to be fair, regardless of the circumstances, had he decided to put that through Superman's head, right or wrong, full power or not, you did.
No. I totally agree that under the circumstances, Batman won.
No.
But
hey, for a regular human, come on now.
Under those circumstances, yes, Batman won.
He did win.
However,
because he was the Batman.
However, no.
Point is though, Batman.
Okay, now there are a couple analytical things I have a problem with this movie. I think Zack Snyder missed out on the chance to
be good.
Well, yeah, but there were some things that he could have fixed about Man of Steel in this movie. Instead of wasting 5 minutes of Bruce Wayne lovingly looking at the bat suit before going to a party, you could have taken those 5 minutes and put them into the middle of the Doomsday fight. Now, excuse me, when they're fighting Doomsday, one of the major problems I have with this is it's happening on a dock in the middle of the night. There is no danger whatsoever. Now, Batman is basically helping out with this, and so is Wonder Woman, whatever. But you don't actually get a feel for there's any real threat to anybody else. Doomsday is just after Superman,
and they landed on an island that they said was no one was there.
Yeah,
so that they could destroy. I think you're right. It would have been better if the fight happened in broad daylight in downtown,
middle of downtown,
and people would see. Well, actually, that would make more sense for Batman to change his mind. See that he's now going out of his way to make sure no one gets hurt.
That is my point.
Because
that is exactly my point.
Because basically what happened was they got to a point where they're like, look, we know Batman and Superman are bros, so we're just going to just say you're good now, right? No. I think he should have saw him saving people's lives and then culminating in his death, and that being where Batman's like, you know what? He's a good dude. I mean, for now, providing, injustice doesn't happen.
That's not like that. That was definitely a missed opportunity, and that was a missed opportunity for people too. Because all of a sudden, everybody just loves Superman. But as far as they know, this monster never was coming after them, ever.
You mean Superman, right? The monster.
Doomsday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get my Kryptonian monster confused.
like as far as they knew, this monster was never coming after them. So Superman died, but he didn't really die to save them. He just died. And then suddenly these people, the same people who wanted to crucify him the day before, now loved him.
That's a familiar Easter story. But I mean, look, guys, the fight action-wise, this is the most accurate comic book movie ever in terms of the action. there's a moment where I was so happy, Walter. I actually wanted to cry when Batman was on that ledge or whatever, and he dashed away from Doomsday. I was like, it's perfect. I was like, it was so good. And then Batman was the only one who didn't get hit by Doomsday. By the way, he got away. You know why?
Because he's Batman.
Because he's Batman, and was also really motivated by not dying. He was like, no, Batman away. Boy, that suit probably would have come a little bit in handy.
Yeah, you think?
And like Alfred was like, hey, you know what would come in handy right now? Some kryptonite weapons. Like, several of them. If only we had, like, that last one was really effective. That one little bullet. Imagine if he had all of those left.
Which he didn't.
He probably been like,
because he used them against the wrong person.
Wait. Could Batman have beaten this by himself in the beginning?
If he had all his weapons, probably.
You know why?
Because Doomsday would have just charged at him.
Batman. By the way, really this whole thing was Batman winning, because I would argue that the entire league are nothing but tools in Batman's belt. He's like, oh, Kryptonian, let me send my Superman toy at you.
No, and then, okay, another problem, now that you've said that, which is actually true. But another problem, Zack Snyder wants Bruce Wayne to be the one to assemble the Justice League.
Yeah.
So he kills Superman because I don't want him there while the league is being put together. I want Superman to show up later. Okay, dude, that's dumb.
Dude, look. There's a reason why Batman's bigger on the shirt.
Because he's taller? Okay, anyway.
Well, I mean, he is taller and bigger and better in all ways. But it would make sense, I mean, for them to follow Bruce because he's more respected. He's been there longer. I think he's the first hero in this world. I don't know how they're doing it.
Well, he is, but he's not really more respected. He's actually very...
He has no powers, and yet he can stand in the same room as you guys.
Yeah, but he's not really respected at all.
Why would you not respect? That's the same thing.
It's really not.
Oh, okay. I mean, no.
It's really not.
No. Why wouldn't you respect Batman? He's Batman.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not respected.
Right.
I'm saying he's not more respected than Superman.
Yes, he is.
And actually, that was Zack Snyder's whole point. You know, if you have Superman there and you have Batman there and they're similarly in the league, then people are going to go, well, why is he doing it instead of him? So they just took Superman out of the equation altogether. But I think that was stupid. When instead, all you needed to do, Batman was hunting Superman. So first off, instead of just something generic like, okay, our moms have the same name, which I read something some psychiatrist wrote, and it said it wasn't so much that the moms had the same name, it was that Bruce Wayne considered Superman an alien invader. He had never thought about the fact that Superman had family here, that he was raised here. So the idea that Superman thinks of himself as a human being had never occurred to Bruce Wayne. But it should have. He's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
this is Batman. That's a problem for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and like you know what I would actually taken better is if they were like, oh, I'm Batman, oh, Superman, fight. If Deadpool was like, guys, you're bros. They go, you're right. Let's do this. That would have been better.
It would have.
Wouldn't it have been better? That would have been better.
But okay, but back to what I was saying. You just spent 8 minutes kicking my butt with kryptonite weapons. Okay, this is over, and you go, you know what, dude? I am sorry. My bad. We beat a monster together. Let's go form the Justice League. And Superman goes, are you out of your freaking mind? You just tried to kill me. You go form your own Justice League. I'm out. That would have made a lot more sense to me.
No,
Superman's still waiting around.
Batman and Superman are best friends. You know this.
That still would have made more sense to me, though. Because then, when everything goes down and crap is happening and hitting the fan... Because now, you have to explain where Superman and Clark Kent are going to come back from when Justice League happens.
Batman.
Killix. But that's not the point. You're still going to have to explain where Clark Kent comes from. Because we had a funeral.
Yeah, his
dead. Body is in the ground.
Yeah.
So where is he coming from? And how is it that he and Superman came back at the same time? And no one's going to notice this? Okay, the people in Smallville will notice. But the people in Smallville apparently already know he's Superman anyway because they looked him dead in his face while he was fighting and they were like, what's up, Clark?
Yeah, Superman would be like, I'll kill you. Look, I've killed before.
Superman's killed a lot of people.
He's killed so many people.
Yeah, we did an entire video. Go back and look at our videos. We did an entire video on and I thought about it later. We didn't even name all the people he's killed.
He's killed so
many.
But
he's killed a lot of people.
So
all the people who are out there who say Superman and Man of Steel shouldn't have killed Zod. Superman has killed Zod a lot.
Several times.
And
why don't you... Oh, by the way. Okay. Walter, there's one part in the Batman Superman fight that I thought was hilarious. The constant activating and reactivating Superman's powers, where it's like he's like beating the crap out of him, and then it's like ting ting ting. He's like, oh okay, well that's not working anymore. You know, like when it came back on, and then Superman's like, yeah, and then it would turn off again. I thought that was hilarious.
Well, he would get hit by the kryptonite again.
Yeah, I mean it felt like he should have, I don't know,
avoided that.
Yeah, I mean,
and like after you knew it the first time, you've got super speed. Like, and that's another thing. 18 months have passed by since Man of Steel. So you're missing out on the chance to show how Superman's grown. I mean, combat-wise, he's actually been doing stuff now. So why is it that, I mean, he actually landed a punch on Batman without his powers.
Yeah, that was
wrong.
That, like the Flash racing Superman, that was for charity.
That was wrong.
Right. I'll give you that one because it did nothing to me.
Yeah, well, actually, the whole eyepiece fell off.
That they need to explain, because he rushed at Batman through a kryptonite thing or a cloud, but it was coming down. But somehow, from him coming down, Batman went straight back and lost part of his face. I kept thinking this. Like, I saw the movie twice. I'm like, so did you go through, sort of lose your powers, then hit him forward? Like that seemed weird. Doesn't it seem weird?
Yeah, it does. Like, I can't figure out what the heck happened.
He's like this, and then Batman goes like this. And he came through a kryptonite field, so he should have had no strength when he hit. I don't get what's happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of inconsistencies in some movies.
Lois Lane, real quick though, why would you throw it down the well or that water thing
to get rid of it?
No, you need to keep that. You need to keep that.
No, you need to get rid of it because the man you love.
Oh yeah, let's put it down there where someone like I don't know, Lex Luthor can find it.
No, I didn't say that was smart. I mean, it was actually a really dumb. It was actually a really dumb thing. Which that's another thing. Okay, in the middle of the fight with Doomsday, Superman hears Lois dying. Now, do we think that if it had been anybody else on the planet, he would have noticed?
He lets everyone die. Dude,
he did let an entire courtroom full of people die.
If he wanted to, because he was like whatevs. But, you know, he was so chill about them dying. Superman's fast enough to have gone, oh, an explosion is forming. Let me go take everyone out, and then we're good. But what he did, like the dick he is, was like, nah, I'm cool. I'm gonna be fine.
No, he's not quite.
He did that,
and especially in this world, he's not really that fast.
Walter, he did that.
He's not,
let that happen.
But
actually, he could have put his body over the explosion. Or wait a minute, does he have super breath? Couldn't he have absorbed it?
He could have done some of that. But
wait. The moment it went, he could have gone, oh, let me go over here, take this out.
One guy and take him out, and
or do this, just like laser eye it. Walter, how did he not hear the bomb? He was like, dang, I suck. I didn't even hear that bomb that was right there.
He more or less said that.
Yes,
he started there talking to his mom, and he's like,
because he's a dick.
He's like, I wasn't.
Superman's a dick, guys.
He was like, you know, I don't know if I didn't hear it or I didn't see it or whether I just wasn't looking.
I'm calling this video Batman vs Superman review. Superman's a dick.
He is not. He didn't do
Dawn
it on
of the dick.
but let's say this real quick.
Uh-huh.
I hate how they tried to retcon Pa Kent. Now, don't get me wrong. He needed retconning because the Pa Kent that they put into the Man of Steel isn't Pa Kent. The man who taught him
to let people die thing. Yeah.
The man who taught him to be Superman.
Right.
It was not the guy who was in that first movie.
Right.
Okay. Now they tried to make that be the guy who showed up in the second movie. They failed because all any of us could really think of, if you really believe, is. So you saying I should have let him die? I don't know, maybe. And I'm dying for the dog. Let the children die. Save the dog. Let that sink in for a second.
Oh no, I have.
Let the bus full of children die.
I've had years to absorb how bad that movie was. Was that also Zack Snyder?
Yeah.
Zack Snyder, stop making movies. Not just DC. Just don't make movies ever again. You're done. You're drunk. Go home.
I have to say this one more time because you people don't understand. Let the bus full of children die. Die for the dog.
Sounds legit. That sounds like something Superman would do. Batman wouldn't have done that. He would have saved that dog. And Pa Kent. And not have died.
Superman wouldn't have died either.
You don't know that. It could have been a kryptonite tornado.
He could have just run over there. Like the whole thing. Okay, look. I love my dad. If I have Superman's powers and there's a tornado and the tornado's about to bear down on him, I run out of super speed. Nobody even knows I'm there. They're not looking at me. They're looking at the tornado.
Let's be honest.
Run out, grab him, go the other way.
Let's be honest. What are they going to do about it? Like, seriously. If I'm Superman, I'm like, yeah, I'm not from this planet. What are you going to do about it? Please, tell me. I'm interested in finding out what you can do against me at this point where there's no kryptonite.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I don't know. The whole thing is that Zack Snyder...
It's horrible.
He didn't really think a lot of this stuff out.
He didn't think at all.
And Ben Affleck was rewriting this script during shooting. So how bad was this script before Ben Affleck rewrote parts of it?
Yeah. One thing I didn't like was at the end where he was like, you know, we need to find the others like us. And like, well, yeah, they'll come together and they'll fight. What? What are you talking about?
Suddenly Batman is Batman again.
Huh?
Suddenly Batman was Batman again.
Yeah, it's like...
He's like, I know now that there's something coming.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, when he went to talk to Lex Luthor at the end, that may have been the most Batman thing I've ever seen anyone do on screen. There was two guards, there were human beings standing outside the cell. The lights go out, they don't exist anymore. I'm assuming that the two people there were just an elaborate disguise of Batman. They disappear, then no one is there, and then Batman is there. And then it was so good.
Yeah, that was.
It was really good. He was just like, I'm Batman, I'm here, and I'm watching you. I mean, apparently now I'm Batman. Before I was Batman, I was lesser Batman, but now I'm actually current Batman.
Batman was good.
That's the whole movie was Batman.
Superman. You know what? I don't have the same. A lot of people were talking about how there's too much Batman and not enough Superman.
You can never have too much Batman.
I don't actually think so. Like
Batman versus Superman.
There was a humongous portion of the middle of this movie that was mostly about Superman.
Was there?
There was.
I couldn't see past the Batman.
So I don't have that problem. Superman being my favorite superhero, believe me, I'm counting the minutes of which one is getting more screen time here.
Now I will say this. I don't like Henry Cavill. I don't think he's a good actor. But there was the point where he told Lois that he had to go kill Batman, and like the pain on his face, I was like, dang, Superman. like he was like, no one stays good in this world forever. I was like, ugh. It reminded me Kingdom Come when he had glasses on. I was like, no, Superman, I hate you, but you have to stay the same. like you can't be real you. Love the lie, Superman. Be the Boy Scout again. Cause I'm tired of this. This Superman's a dick. He's a dick. Dude, okay, look, the Boy Scout was boring, but we at least didn't hate him.
Look, I don't know, man. Look, there were a couple of places in there where I was like, something's just wrong here. Okay. Like when Lois and Superman, Lois and Clark, whatever, they're watching TV, and the senator says, you know, Superman needs to be held accountable. And he looks Lois dead in her face and says, I don't know them an explanation.
Yeah, because I'm Superman.
Now, we all understand that Superman really is above the law.
Yes.
I mean,
so are every other superhero.
Yeah, I mean, they are. They're above the law. If they decide they want to do it, they'll do it. And if they don't, they don't. And you can't really do crap about it. But that being said, Superman has always been the beacon of hope. He's always been the guy, like, in every comic book, in every cartoon, whatever. When he first appears, the first thing he does after he saves lives is he finds a reporter, Lois Lane, and he says, people are going to be afraid of me. So I want to tell you everything so that people aren't afraid of me. This iteration of Superman...
I'm a dick. I don't like look, pre-New 52, I didn't like Superman because he was boring, but I never hated the character. Since we began Injustice and all stuff, I've hated the character. But I remember I told you this when I was after a funeral in my family, I was reading Kingdom Come for the first time. At the end, we put the glasses back on. I felt better in actual real life. And then I'm like, oh, cool. He went through something. There's a character here. I hate his powers and he's boring, but there's a character here. And then there's this one they have over here who's like, I'm a dick. I can do whatever I want. Laser eyes. All the power, none of the rules. Yes. Superman's by the way. You know? So he's a dick. Okay? But outside of that, Walter, what would you rate this movie out of 10?
About a 6.
I would rate this movie 10 Batmans out of 10 Batmans. No, really, honestly, it's about a 5.5, 6. It's not horrible, but it
has some good
excellent
stuff.
Yeah,
but it's not a good overall movie.
And if you get rid of Zack Snyder, I think Justice League has the potential to be one of the best movies of all time. Because if you keep going with the trend of how accurate the comic book fighting is, you know.
But give us some characterization because they didn't take any time to explain anything about anybody.
Right. Also, is the League gonna just be the ones that we saw in this movie?
No.
Is Shazam and Green Lantern, are they gonna be in it?
Shazam's not gonna be in it. Green Lantern is going to be in it,
even though his movie's not to 2020.
Yeah, Green Lantern is supposed to be in it.
I'm guessing Green Lantern's gonna come in because he's gonna realize that Darkseid's coming from outside and be like, "Hey, real quick, guys, Darkseid is coming." Who's Darkseid? Shut up, Superman, who doesn't know anything.
Yeah, but still, I figure Darkseid will probably have actually about midway through Justice League Part 1. Mm-hmm. Actually, maybe all the way through Justice League Part 1. He probably wins the fight in Justice League Part 1.
And that's what Part 2 is going to be about?
And then Part 2 will be when Superman comes back.
So you're saying the first Justice League movie ever is not going to have Superman in it?
I'm almost positive it won't.
Oh, yeah, because that would be horrible, which means they'll do that.
I'm telling you.
He should at least come back halfway through.
I agree with you. That ain't going to happen. Or either that or he will have come back. If they keep following the trends that they've been doing right now, they're going to do Justice League being formed with that we've already gone through Funeral for a Friend, so the return of Superman, which means that they'll probably start the movie off with the Kryptonian robots taking the body away. Then Justice League will be formed. Then Darkseid will show up, and then you'll get cutscenes of him in the fortress. He's healing. He's sitting there. He's watching, and then towards the end of the movie, he'll go, "They need my help," and he'll go out,
and that'll be the end of it.
And that'll be the end of the movie.
Or the movie will end, the credits will roll, and then it'll be after credits scene where his eyes is open.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, we could have used that 10 minutes ago. But yeah, well, by the way, I heard Tyrese is still talking to Warner Brothers. He may be Jon Stewart.
I don't have a major problem with that.
I do.
I mean, it should be Idris Elba. But
Idris Elba or The Rock. Yes, I'm saying The Rock should be Black Adam and Green Lantern. Who's going to tell him about it? Are you?
Nah, dude.
No, you aren't. I'm not going to do it either.
He should just be Shazam and Black Adam.
Which makes sense. It's the same power.
Yeah.
That way he could just...
But Shazam actually is Billy Batson's idealized form of his father.
What character... No. Every kid's idealized form of the father is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Find me a kid who says otherwise.
Anyway, man.
Come on. Anyways, guys, it's an okay movie. The fights are fantastic. Everything else is just...
It's worth going to see at least once, if for no other reason than to make sure that Justice League gets made.
But anyways, guys, we have a big night tonight. We're going to be doing a video about WonderCon. We're going to be playing Super Fights. We're busy. We have some possibly really good news to tell you in a couple weeks, hopefully. Providing everything works out the way we think it's going to work out. But until next time, guys, we've been your host, Kirby Kid.
Black Superman.
See you later, guys.